This video is the third and final video over transformations and translations of functions on their graphs. So one more transformation that can be applied is a reflection over the axes. So a vertical reflection takes the f of x function and flips it over the x-axis. Positive y's become negative y's. And so because of that, because it affects the outputs, then let's say we have like g of x equals a times f of bx. Okay, so we knew from the previous video that this affects like vertical compressions here, where b of x affects like horizontal compressions. Maybe I'll draw an axis here so you guys can see that a little bit better. So maybe we'd do like a cubic function. It could be like at that more like that, or like in more like this, right? And then this side here does the opposite. Because it's on the inside, it affects the inputs. So this is our x's here for the b, and then a does the vertical compression. Now, if a is negative, then this vertical reflection is going to happen. So not only might you have a stretch or a compression, I don't really know how to, the stretch or a compression, I don't know, like something like that. Okay, but you might also flip it over the axes so that positive y's become negative y's. Now a horizontal reflection is going to take the graph and it's going to go this way. So positive x's become negative x's and vice versa. Well, then that's going to only happen if b is negative, because that's the one that affects your like inputs, right? So let's go ahead and look at how to do this with the square root function. So a couple key points on the square root function: 0, 0, 1, 1, and then it should go through 4, 2. It looks like it's off just a little bit, but it should go through 4, 2. All right, if I wanted to do a vertical reflection, let's maybe call that v of t. Then that would be a negative on the outside, because every positive y value needs to become negative. Now 0, 0 stays. And this would be v of t right here. If I wanted to do a horizontal reflection, then I need that negative to go on the inside, which then my graph is going to go over this way. Now, if you're like, well, you can't take square roots of negatives, let's plug in t equals -4, let's label this, and see what happens. So like h of -4 is -4. Well, that now turns the inside positive. So I can take the square roots there. So that's kind of the process that you have to go through, is like, okay, now my domain is actually for like this function for h of t, the negatives, so that when I plug in negatives and then take the negative of that, I get positives that I can take the square roots of.